Hello everyone and welcome to episode 91 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It is the modern day UFC save as we have our 10th Fight Island. Overeem versus Anthony Rumble Johnson, our main event. What a fight that will be. Cannot wait to see how that plays out, as we do have a couple of pieces of mail. First one, Eddie Alvarez is retired, which is pretty shocking, to be honest. I mean, he just lost to Michael Venom Page, but other than that, man, he was on a 4-fight win streak before that. He was honestly, like, if he would have beat Michael Venom Page, he's probably a fight away from fighting for the championship. And that's something that, obviously, just kind of thinking about it, it's kind of crazy to think that he was just, a fight or two away, and now he's retiring. It's kind of like when Tyron Woodley retired after the split draw here in the save that he had, or not the split draw, the split decision loss to Kevin Lee. It was just kind of like, man, you were just getting started. Why are you leaving? And for Eddie Alvarez, though, it's the Underground King. It's obviously in real life he's still fighting, still doing his thing, and bare knuckle. But man, it's just it's wild. Another guy dropping out of the roster, as far as that's obviously going to open up a spot for somebody in the top 10 for the welterweights. Which that whole division is kind of weird, because I really, with Eddie Alvarez, with that loss, he probably is going to go to super lightweight. I don't think we're going to keep him in welterweight. I think 165 was kind of the better weight class for him anyways, but it is what it is. We have to move on. But for Christos Giagos, though, he cracked his pelvis for his training against Stephen Ray, which that was going to be on the ABC card that's happening in London. So for Christos, obviously he's going to be out, which he just beat Spike Carlisle, which is crazy. Again, Spike was on a hell of a run. Getting that win, very, very crazy. A guy that's 5-4 in the UFC that is nice, that is now on a nice little winning streak, and was going to fight somebody that's very tough in his own right in Stephen Ray. But for Stephen Ray, because he is a Glasgow native, obviously we want to keep him on the card, and we even get him a UK guy as well, as Ikakis, as far as I always fuck up his pronunciation of his name. I think it's Mark Diakis, I believe is how you pronounce it, but Mark, he's been around forever, it seems like at this point. But still super young, in the same way like, Stephen Ray, 31, I bet Mark is about the same age. If I guess we could take a look real quick. As far as, he's probably around that age, maybe even younger. Oh, 28, yeah, I mean, just, again, I remember when he debuted, I remember the Dan Hooker fight, in particular. That was the Cyborg Holly card. But, of course, he's fought Nasrat as well. He's fought Merabek Tasmanov as well, which is a very tough fight, but it's crazy. He's beaten Arman Sarukian in the save here. If he can beat Stephen Ray, he's already ranked, so I'm about to say he's probably going to be ranked, but yeah, he's already 25th, so not a huge drop-off. As far as for Stephen Ray, going from the guy who just beat, as far as, we already deleted it, who already just beat Spike Carlisle, to now taking on a very, very tough opponent as well. As far as Elvis Brenner, I believe he just signed with the KSW, which is tough, because Elvis Brenner is very, very good, but, 14-2, I'm sure he just joined from Jungle Fight to KSW, which KSW actually has some pretty exciting talent. They still have, like, an Hamzat Shemaev, which I'm still waiting for his contract to run up. It's crazy, we haven't had Hamzat the whole time, but we're getting closer. But for this Fight Island card, we will be switching the Fight Island location. I forget if I've talked about this. There's going to be about 5 more or so that's going to be taking place in Abu Dhabi, but then for the rest of the Fight Islands, at least for the foreseeable future, maybe until we stop doing the Fight Island shows, they're going to be in Japan for the time being. I just feel like that's a better place for it. A lot more guys and girls, just the talent in general. I would say if they were to pick where to fight between those two places, they would definitely want to fight in Japan. Japan is just such a rich history in combat sports and the way they are treated and respected over there, and just the atmosphere over there, obviously. Compared to fighting anywhere else in the world, it's just nothing like it. And yeah, I mean, even for probably the veteran talent, I'm sure they would love to come back. Because really, most of the UFC talent, obviously most of this talent, there's maybe one or two guys that fought at Pride. Obviously, Overeem's one of them, but like Shogun obviously fought in Pride, but he's kind of on the way out. I mean, most of the talent that was a part of that Pride FC era is obviously way older now, and not in their prime. Yeah, that would kind of be a cool place for Shogun to maybe have his last fight. You know, the man who won the fucking was I was about to say that was an openweight Grand Prix, but I'm pretty sure that was a middleweight one. But still, just shockingly winning that. A lot of people didn't see that coming at the time. But for Alistair Overeem, take it on Anthony Rumble Johnson. What a fun ass fight this is. I would have loved to see this fight in real life. But of course, they just kind of missed each other because, you know, Rumble was obviously more of a light heavyweight. Again, it's still crazy he fought at welterweight. That's definitely like the craziest. Been like, wow, can you believe this guy tried to fight at 170? He was an absolute savage in there, though. And him and Overeem, that's a very, very fun fight as our main event. Co-main event, though, TJ Dillashaw versus Ronnie Lawrence. Ronnie Lawrence is on a tear right now. We'll see how he does. Dakota Bush versus Paul Felder. We'll see how Paul does there. And then Kutabala versus Mikhail Olazursk. I always forget how to pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure it's Olazursk. Nikita Krylov taking on Tafon Duchui. As far as he is an absolute demon in there as well. Stefan at 205. He's been on a bit of a tear right now. But for Alistair Overeem, the Demolition Man, 41 years old. He is ranked 7th as a heavyweight. He is the favorite in this fight, which is kind of crazy. Easy judges. That makes sense that he has more UFC wins, but it also at the same time is like, well, that's kind of shocking. Because, you know, Alistair Overeem, he's gotten some big wins over his time period. Which is also crazy. He never fought for the heavyweight title, but he's beaten Brock Lesnar, he's beaten Frank Mir, beat JDS, beat Roy Nelson. Of course, this is kind of like horse meat era. Alistair Overeem, but still, he's beaten Fabrice Verdun. Of course, that was Strikeforce, but like his names, he also beat him twice. He had the majority decision win over him, and he also has beaten Pavlovich as well. In the past, knocked down Mark Hunt, which is not an easy feat as well. I mean, there's not a lot of guys. Oh, you know, of course, he's beaten Arlovsky too. And I remember the Vitor Belfort fight, which is just crazy that those two fought. As far as of course, you know, K1 champ. I mean, he's honestly one of the most probably decorated heavyweights as far as all time goes, just for the names he's beaten and the guys he's fought. He's a bad man. And it's crazy. Curtis Blades beat him. But as far as, obviously, this is not, you know, prime Overeem, but still, I mean, he beat Sergey Pavlovich. But yeah, I mean, this is the Stipe fight. Pretty tough. Because, yeah, he was on a tear there. That's probably one of Stipe's most impressive wins, to be honest, when you think about all the guys he had beaten before that. To get him right at the end of the first round, too. Pretty massive. But, yeah, I mean, he's coming off the loss to, as far as Yair Rozenstruik, of course, that was in real life. But here in the save, he had a split decision loss to Taboria, as far as to Marcin Taboria. But he just 30-27 tied to Ivasa. You know, pretty good showing. I mean, obviously, size-wise, 6'5". He, man, just Dutch kickboxing background. He's a pretty solid grappler, but, you know, as far as he's someone that you don't want to go to war with, but at the same time, that's probably the best way you're going to beat him. As far as no one's getting like a submission win over him. That was kind of the one thing that, obviously at the time, really heavyweights. But I mean, Frank Mir, like he fought some good grapplers, and never lost that way though. You know, Curtis Blades a good wrestler, but obviously Brock, and you know, for Fabrice Verdun, him and Big Dog would have been fun, but they just kind of missed each other as well. But for Anthony Rumble Johnson, 37 years old, 24-7, he is coming off a win over Stefan Struve. Of course, that was a fun fight to do. You know, fun little fight a night show, which that was in September. So a quick turnaround for Anthony Rumble Johnson. Of course, he's looked good in his return, besides the Juan Adams fight. But Juan Adams has beaten just about everybody. Again, and Vitor Belfort fought, and again, crazy. That was a welterweight fight. Yeah, him fighting Josh Koscheck and Dan Hardy. Unreal. Yeah, the Gustafsson fight was awesome. As far as the low nog, and man, that Glover Teixeira's got a chin on him, and that knockout was insane. The Bader knockout was crazy. Jimmy Minowa, though, it's crazy. That kind of went the distance, to be honest. Because I remember that fight as I was on Demetrius Johnson and Mighty Mouse 2, and I was on that card. And I did not expect that to go the distance at all, because, he had just beaten Gustafsson, of course, him in DC, which DC's a good grappler and a good wrestler. So that kind of makes sense. He had, his problems with Josh Koscheck, so I figured that would have happened there. But, man, again, it's just crazy that he is no longer with us, because, boy, Rumble fucking ruled, and just sucks. Sucks. But luckily, we get to see him here, and maybe we'll get to see him take out the Demolition Man and get his 25th victory. That'd be very, very cool. But he is the underdog again. Just kind of crazy to think. But Alistair Overeem, he is bigger. But Anthony Johnson just knocked out a 7'7" Stroop. So there is that. But man, Ronnie Lawrence, he's got a big task now. He's been on a nice little run, but this is definitely his biggest test. Taking on a former champ in T.J. Dillashaw, and especially if he is on all of the fucking gas. If that is the case, obviously I don't think he is now that he got popped for it and was out for a year, but had the Uriah Faber loss, which was just very fun to do that fight. Beat Aljo, 29-28 him, and then of course lost to Ray Borg, which he was on the other end of a 29-28. As far as it being a 3-round fight, I think it's, if this was 5 rounds, I'd probably give maybe a little bit more of an edge to Dillashaw because he's used to that, and he's got a pretty great gas tank on him. We haven't really seen that from Ronnie Lawrence here in the UFC. He beat Rob Font, he beat Yanni, and now to be able to beat, again, his record's all over the place too, but to beat TJ Dillashaw here would be quite the feather in the cap. It's crazy that TJ Dillashaw is the lower ranked fighter of the two. This is definitely his biggest test, and we'll see how he does in the co-main. But for Dakota Harry Bush taking on the Irish Dragon, Paul Felder, the Philly native, 9-7, 17-7 overall. Dakota Bush, though, hasn't won a fight, and the reason why I'm putting this fight together is to try to give Paul Felder a win, because he's fought some tough guys here for us. But for Dakota Harry Bush, though, he's beaten a nice little row of guys. PFL champ at one point. He's not had a really bad fight since the very first fight he had in the save. We give him a good chance to at least get something going here. It's not like we're throwing him to the wolves or anything. But he's taking on somebody in Paul Felder who, karate background starting off. But I would say he's a pretty good grappler. He learned a good bit of a trick of the trade. But yeah, obviously the murderer's row he has fought, from Poirier to Barboza to Anthony Pettis. He's had some tough guys. And this is a bit of a gimme fight for him. We might do a trilogy fight with him and Barboza. I think that could make a lot of sense to potentially do in the future. But, Paul is 37. Obviously, we know how good of a commentator he becomes. So he might be somebody we hope to see transition to the commentator's table. And as far as going to the desk there. But for Paul Felder, he is the favorite. There's no surprise. We'll see how he does in that one. And as for the Hulk, Kutabala, taking on the Hammer. Olazurski, as far as Olazurski, the light heavyweight, coming off of a pretty nice win over Oleg, too, as far as finished him in the first round. Of course, the Darko Sojic fight was very, very tough for him. He's beaten Bogdan Guskov before that fight, as well as first fight. Oh, no, that wasn't his first fight in the save. The first fight was against Rocket Radic, as far as that was the ESPN Plus score. He'll be back on the Fight Island scene for the third time. He's 1-1 on Fight Island cards, but it's kind of crazy. His only pay-per-view was against Roundtree when he went the distance with him. We'll see how he does against the Hulk, though. Kutabala is a European Sambo champion. He's also beaten Roundtree. That was before the save. But yeah, Nikita Krylov, definitely his biggest win. A guy that's ranked, went the distance with him, and that was on Fight Island 4. So another veteran in the Fight Island scene, and we'll see how he does in this one. As both guys, you literally almost identical records, but the one no contest for Kutabala throws it out of whack. But Kutabala is the clear favorite. They're both ranked 23rd, 24th on the light heavyweight scene. And speaking of, Nikita Krylov here, the minor Nikita Krylov, the Ukrainian, 8-8 in the UFC, 26-10. He did lose to Kutabala, and he had a 4-fight losing streak up at that point, but we did give him Igor to get a 30-27 dominating performance to break this terrible, terrible streak that he's been on. I mean, at one point he had lost as far as 6 of his last 7, but now he's at least on the winning end of something as far as maybe can build to something here. Potentially, light heavyweight, anything can happen. But it'd be nice for him to get a finish. He hasn't had a finish win since 2019. It would be nice for him. But he's fighting a very, very tough Dadon. That's Stefan, man. He finished Khalil Roundtree, ran right through him. And we kind of gave him, Khalil Roundtree, as a bit of a, wouldn't say a can, but a guy for Khalil Roundtree to kind of get back into the swing of things. Well, yeah, I guess you can't say it was a bit of a can. But he turned it around on him and beat him. And he looked really good in that fight. We'll see how he does here against somebody who's also in desperate need to get some momentum. He's a clear favorite in this one. I want to look and see if we can... Yeah, but see, it was an upset. He was a plus 440 underdog. So he's used to being the underdog in these fights. We'll see if he can do it again. If lightning can strike twice for the Don. Oh, I mean, I would say Khalil Roundtree's the tougher fighter, obviously, than Nikita Krylov, but Krylov is still very tough. That's going to be an interesting one for him. As for the prelims, Philip Rowe versus KB Bhullar, as the KB Bhullar, rather, as KB, who is 0-1, lost his debut, but Philip Rowe, 8-3, he's 1-1 in the UFC. Of course, we had him be a part of that tough 29 season. As far as he beat Caio Borello, but he lost to Brennan Lazar, who's very, very tough, though. That was, of course, at the show in Japan at the ABC card. But the Caio win, very, very impressive. We'll see how he does. Kickboxing background, I think he's better than KB is. KB hasn't really looked impressive, I would say, his debut. So on the other end of a 29-28, he has fought Johan, which is, Johan's a demon, so that's probably his toughest, actually, challenge yet. I think Johan's now ranked. I don't think, we can't click on him, but I'm pretty sure he's ranked now. But yeah, big middleweight, though, 6'4". Here fighting, a guy in Philip Rowe who's probably more of a welterweight, but he is 6'3", so there is that. They're both pretty big, at 6'3" and 6'4". KB's the clear favorite. We'll see how he does. But that's going to be a fun one. Taekwondo background for KB and kickboxing background for Philip Rowe. Is in Aaron Jeffrey taking on Muhammad Karaki as the Lebanon Karate Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, taking on Aaron Jeffrey, who had a tough showing in his last outing as he got dropped by Johan in 55 seconds, but he did beat Torbjorn Madsen. Of course, that was Torbjorn just missed out on being a part of that tough season. I believe he was either hurt or something like that happened where he missed out on it, but that's the reason why we brought him in. But a guy that, had good to great fights the whole time. First fight island, though, for Aaron Jeffrey. As for Muhammad, he is coming off a loss of Trey Houston, which is not a great sign because I didn't think Trey Houston was going to be around. After his showing, that he has beaten RDR, though, which is kind of crazy. He beat him with a triangle, with an armbar, too. So, that's definitely his biggest win. We'll see how he does. He was 9-0 at one point, had 8 stoppages, and is a guy that, I believe right now he's still over at 1. Not real sure, but, he's a bit of a savage in there. We'll see how he does as the underdog, though, against Aaron Jeffrey. That should be a fun fight. That might be the best fight on the prelim. But there is Chopper, Chai Lewis Perry. Crazy. This is the 7th fight here in the save. Because all of these 3-for-3s have been in this save. But here's a guy that has beaten Tom Aspinall beat Greg Hardy, which is funny. He went the distance with Greg Hardy, but he knocked out Todd Duffy and Tom Aspinall. But here, once we kind of gave him more ranked guys, which is funny to say that because obviously he lost to Aspinall, or he beat Aspinall rather. It has not gone his way. Stefan Struve got choked out. Marcos Rogero de Lima cracked him, and finished him in the within the first minute, and then obviously Volkov just beat him there in the second round. Yeah, that doesn't really have a bad fight besides the Greg Hardy one, and I'm not going to put that on him. Usually a first-round finisher. Rather, he's on the winning end or the losing end. But as far as you see there, 4 of his last 5 finishes have came in the first round. Should be a fun performance, though, but he is taking on Kirill Korneliev as far as a Russian kickboxer. 13-0-1. Both guys kind of have similar fight experience, but was a glory kickboxer. We gave a very, very tough test, in Rico Verufian. Now, as far as a 6'5" heavyweight, though, as a kickboxer too, we're giving him a very, very tough challenge in Chai Lewis Perry. We'll see how that one plays out, though. Chai Lewis Perry is the favorite. Should be a fun fight. That's another one that might be the best thing on the prelim, though. Is Jose Alberto Quinones taking on Marlon Cheeto Vera. It's crazy Cheeto's on the fucking prelim. This is obviously to give Cheeto a win, because Cheeto has looked like absolute butt here in the save. Hasn't gotten a win. He has fought some tough guys. We gave him Jimmy Rivera, which Jimmy Rivera at the time was ranked 9th. Probably shouldn't have gave him that tough of a fight to start off, but he was on a 4-fight win streak at that point. Then we gave him the Sean O'Malley fight. He lost that fight, obviously, but the Irshad Saeed fight, that was definitely one where we definitely tried to give him a bit of a can to crush, which, yeah, that was a mild upset. Oh, no, that was just an upset in general. Yeah, it's a plus 410 underdog. So, yeah, clear underdog. And he was ranked still at the time in the world, and not only that, in the UFC. And him losing that was very, very tough. But hopefully, he could turn it around here against Jose Alberto. So, you know, it's a boxing background. We got an Ecuadorian and a Mexican fighter. Probably going to stand and bang for about 3 rounds. And that's going to be a fun one. Another guy who's lost to Sean O'Malley. But he's also fought Nathaniel Wood, too. So at least he's gotten some experience. But Sean O'Malley knocked him out in the second. Should be a fun fight, all things considered. It's crazy. He's 5-3 in the UFC, but 8-4 overall. First fight, November 2014, against Alejandro Perez. We'll see what he does. And this one against Cheeto. Obviously, Cheeto's got the UFC experience and just the overall fight experience as a advantage. I mean, if he loses this one, we're going to have to let go of Cheeto, which is crazy to say. But it is what it is. And for Ian Gary, the future Ian Gary, thank God he's not Machado here. As Ian Gary, funny enough, obviously lost to, as far as, who did he lose to in this? Yeah, Nicky Olskin, who beat him. We were kind of slow rolling him, though. We gave him Mickey Gall in his first fight, and then the Nicky Olskin loss. Very, very tough. But he's back. As far as he's back with us, looking to get something going as our welterweight, taking on Miguel Thunder Beza, the Carmel Thunder Beza. But he's 2-1, 9-1 in the UFC. He's also lost to Nicky Holskin. Both got to finish in the second round. So, I mean, we'll see how this one plays out. Ian Gary, slight favorite. Similar records. Should be a fun fight. All things kind of crazy that it's the very first fight on this card. When all things considered, when you think about where Ian Gary obviously becomes in real life, but Cheeto on the prelim too is the second fight. Unique world we live in here in this WMMA 5 save. As for the 6th time, both fighters main eventing a UFC event. Anthony Rumble Johnson has won 3 of his last 5 fights by knockout. Overeem is ranked 7th. Rumble's ranked 8th. First time they have fought, which is very, very fun, though, to see these guys fight. Overeem with the reach advantage was really no surprise. 7-inch reach advantage, to be exact. Overeem 6-1 on the broadcast staff picks as well. On the advantage, Rich backing Rumble. Which, again, just a very, very fun fight to see. Both fighters here are in the top 15 in the bantamweight division. TJ Dillashaw, Ronnie the Heat Lawrence. Looks like the Blurcast stat picks are going with Dillashaw. Not a bad call. He's got the fight experience. He's got the he's been under the bright lights and succeeded in a big way, but we haven't really seen that same success since he's came back from his year-long suspension. We'll see how he does against Ronnie Lawrence, though. As for the Irish Dragon, Paul Felder, looking to get a massive win here over Dakota Harry Bush. We'll see if he can get it done. As, of course, Bush is on a hell of a winning streak right now. There's even one guy backing him in Mark Allen, a Blurcat staff pick, so not a clear favorite, unlike Kutabala, who's a betting line big favorite. He's a big favorite here tonight. Even though they're only a one position difference in the rankings at 23rd and 24th, it's a big fight for both men. And for Kutabala, looking to potentially even fight somebody that's in the top 15 next, or even a top 20 guy in his next fight, if you can get the win, of course. For Nikita Krylov, he's looking to not get caught in the same upset that Khalil Roundtree was, as he takes on Tafan Nuchui. As for Tafan, looking to have that same success, this time against Nikita Krylov. Of course, Krylov, he's not a guy you don't really see, of course, getting a lot of finishes. So he does that. Again, his last finish was against OSP with a rear naked choke. If you're the Don, you kind of have to feel good about that. You just finished Khalil Roundtree. You got a chance to maybe get another one here tonight. As far as the Fresh Prince, Philip Rowe, taking on the Bengal, KB Balor, Jesus, as Balor finished his last 5 opponents. Both pretty big middleweights, 6'3", 6'4". KB's the favorite, but I think it's a lot closer than what they have it as. Another close fight, though, Aaron Jeffrey and Muhammad Rocky. As far as this is gonna be a bit of a coin toss, that you would probably have to go with Muhammad if it goes to the ground, but we'll see. As for Chopper Lewis Perry, Kirill Kornilov. As far as Kornilov, giving up a 6-inch reach advantage, but he does have a specific weight advantage. But of course, Chad Lewis Perry does have the big reach advantage with the 6-inch reach advantage, and he's the betting line favorite as well. And he's beaten Tom Aspinall, so you would imagine he's got the type of success that you could see potentially getting the win here tonight. As Jose El Teco Alberto Quinones taking on Marlon Cheeto Vera. As Quinones, though, hasn't won since February 2018, but Cheeto hasn't won since October 2019. Both guys desperately need a win. Quinones really only wins by decision, but Cheeto looking to right that wrong and to finally get back on the right track here tonight. As for the future, Ian Gary taking on Miguel Carmel Thunder Beza. Boy, this will be an interesting fight. A coin flip, really, in my opinion, here between these two. And we'll see how it plays off. As far as Ian Gary is the favorite, both guys making weight at 175. Here we go. As, Gary weighed in at the same. As basically he's probably fighting around 180 here. Maybe even more. Left hook from Beza. Off top with a jab. Hits a good right hand as Gary. Counters the right hand with a good right cross. Left hook from Beza. Jab. Spin kick to the ribs. Jab. Left kick to the body. Liking the combinations. Here comes Beza with a pair of left jabs followed by a good right hand. He's looking good. Right hand taking on the gloves from Beza. Right hand taking on the gloves from Gary now. Both guys coming up short. Potentially here. Beza comes up short on the body kick, but Gary comes in with the left round kick to the body after the quick left jab. Lands the right hook. Does Beza after the jab doesn't connect. Another jab doesn't connect, this time from Gary, but he hits the right roundhouse kick to the body. Comes the counter as Ian Gary comes in with a clean right hand. Here comes another counter. This time Gary with the left hand, and he cuts him now. Good right hand off a counter again. Beza's getting countered in a big bad way. Quick kick there. He's badly getting outstruck early on, and if he's going to win this fight, it's not by striking. That's for sure. Ian Gary, the better striker. As here we go. They meet in the center again. Beza, though, still going for it. Probably not a good idea, though. Left hand and a straight right that lands hard from Gary. Kenneth's up left jab hits the nice straight right hand. Here comes a counter left hand. Oh, roundhouse kick to the ribs. Counter jabs. Can't connect with the jab. Hits a straight right. Here we go. Pressuring him in the pocket. Crunching right hook now with the left hand. Neither fighter really landing anything. Gary's getting tired. So Baze is going to try to keep the pace going, potentially. And Baze with 2 counter jabs. Oh, here comes a spin kick, though, with the jab from Ian Gary. Out of the way of a jab. It's moving in the pocket here. Looking for a jab, but he gets caught with a leg kick, though. Does Baze. Another counter as Gary comes in with a jab and a left round kick to the body. Left jab missed the low kick. Left jab hits the spin kick now. That's the end of the second, and Ian Gary up 2 rounds to none, and Baza needs a finish if he wants to win this one. Good right hand from Ian Gary. Again, the counter striking has been on point. Caught him with the right roundhouse kick to the body. Doesn't have the right hook to the body. Doesn't have the reach for it. Gary now comes in with a left jab and a right cross. Right hook there from Miguel, and he's still coming after him, but it's not looking too hot. Here comes the left jab and a right hook. Another counter from Gary. This time, though, at least the body shot doesn't land. Again, Ian Gary getting tired, dropping the hands a little bit. Now they fall into a clinch, which actually Gary gets the takedown off of that. So we'll see how Baza does on the bottom. Not looking too good, though. It looks like, oh, Baza trying to transition. Yeah, still can't get anything going. And that's the end of the round. 30-27 across the board. That will do it for the future. Ian Gary getting back into the win column at 11-1. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, sure, the winning streak would have been nice, but he's able to bounce back. He's training at Sanford MMA. He did really good tonight. Looked real good against Miguel Baza. Now we'll see how Chito does here as Marlon Vera taking on Jose Alberto Quinones as the Mexican fighter taking on the Ecuadorian. Should be a fun one if they stand up in box here. This will be a fun fight. Oh, a nice counter. And it's actually Jose here with the counter. My God, Quinones is not afraid of Chito, though. He knows that this is the time to strike against Chito Vera. And a 1-2 from Quinones fails to land. He's still initiating the strikes. There's a right hook to the ribs. Oh, gets caught, though. Man, oh man, dodges the right hand, counterattacks Atlantic with a right high kick. Quinones now throwing head kicks is insane. Jab at a straight right. Right hook to the ribs. Chito is losing this round. He's getting fucked up here. Left jab and right to the body. Still walking him down. Still in the pocket. Left hand right to the body. Trying to set up a takedown. Can't take the initiative, though, as Chito's getting fucked up. And that is all Quinones. And another upset, potentially, and Chito's fighting for his fucking job at this rate. This is insane. Caught him with the right hook after the jab. Still coming forward is Quinones. Left-hand exchange. Connects with 2 left hand scores with the right cross. Hits the right hook there. Starting to slow down as Quinones, but you gotta keep up this pace. He's doing really, really good. He's still probably winning this round until probably Chito. Oh my lord! Quinones knocks him down with a knee. Stop the takedown, kneed him in the face, and he's gonna finish the fight. Well, Chito, was nice knowing you, buddy. I cannot believe that. What a win for Jose Alberto Quinones. 9-4 now. Bounces back after losing to Sean O'Malley and looked tremendous in this fight here. What an underdog win. My God. What a performance. Caught him with that knee to stuff that takedown. I thought it was over once he went for the takedown. I was like, well, shit. Now he's going to get caught. But nope. He came back and he looked really, really good. Steve Mazzagatti, referee for this heavyweight contest. These two giant heavyweights. 6'5", 6'9". Again, Chai Lewis Perry, not even at 265, comes in at 247. And here comes wanting to land the 1-2, but he can't hit the right hook. Another jab, this time from Kornilov, but Kurill he's able to land these jabs, but he's not able to land the big-time shot. There's a spin kick here. After it hits the right hand, this is Chai Lewis Perry. Lewis Perry now looking to strike. Right hook after the jab misses. Jab missed the right hook. 1-2 from Chai Lewis Perry. And there's a left jab and also a left kick to the body. As Kurill trying to step in and engage with him, but he's definitely getting, well, as I say that, there's a right hook that just knocks him down. Brilliant shot. Covering him up. Now, went for the arm triangle. It's interesting. I didn't think Chai Lewis Perry was going to stop that, to be honest, but he hangs in there. But obviously, Kurill won that round off the knockdown, and we might have back-to-back upsets. There's a left hook from Perry. Glancing high kick after the jab. the kickboxing background. I mean, he's looking really, really good. But, I mean, we haven't seen a lot of head kicks from Charlie Lewis Perry. We might see one here. He doesn't find the mark on the hook, but he lands the jab. 1-2 again from Charlie Lewis Perry. Again with a couple of jabs and a right hand. He's looking good. He's looking good, bouncing back. Left kick, or leg kick rather, excuse me, from Charlie Lewis Perry. Correll now coming in with a jab, but missed it. Lands a left kick to the rib cage. Stands in. Charlie Lewis Perry looking to counter. Lands a good shot here. Oh, and a right cross from Correll. My God. And he comes in with a left jab, but the right hand's blocked. Lewis Perry still fighting. Dodges the right hand. Counter-attacks with left jab and a right hand. Just moving in. Both guys really landed. Both guys looking pretty good in this round. It's really hard to tell who's winning this one. Charlie Lewis Perry's looked good. Oh, if he would have landed that spinning back kick, that would have definitely helped out Correll, but left hand from Perry again. Now, Correll trying to be the one on the counter, but he ends up not hitting any of those. But he counters this right hand with a quick left hook. And there's a left jab and a left roundhouse kick to the body. Ooh, left roundhouse kick to the body from Correll now. Great stuff here. The second round, very, very close. Almost a coin toss of a round. It's 17-21 on strikes. You probably have to go to Correll because he landed the power shot. Very, very close round, though. But yeah, I'd say Charlie Lewis Perry needs to finish at this rate. Here we go. They're coming in, though, as Correll. Oh, and gets caught with a left hook from Lewis Perry. Lewis Perry, though, very, very tired. Obviously, both guys are. They've already fought for 10 minutes at this size. Very tough. Oh, counters right in with a right head kick that does some damage. And he rocked him with that head kick. And another big shot. Smashes right through the guard. Trying to... Oh, and he gets knocked down with a head kick. Jesus, Murphy, that's got to be it. Correll does it in the third. Interesting, it was only rated decent, but Correll was kind of the only one going for damage. More so than, Charlie Lewis Perry was just kind of going off of points. He was more of a point fighter there. But a hell of a performance, though. Nonetheless, it's Aaron Jeffrey and Muhammad. Rocky, the Lebanon fighter, coming in. Both guys 6'2", or both guys rather, in similar age bracket as far as 29 and 30. But a little bit taller is Aaron Jeffrey, 6'2". And as far as Sal D'Amato, Hume, and Ricardo Almeida are judges for this one. And here we go. They touch gloves. Jeffrey pressuring him now. Counter jab. Caught him with the right hook there. They're landing a 3-punch combination out of the 5. So, man, what a great bunch of punches here. And went for the vicious right hand, but missed it. Jeffrey's going for broke here. Oh, it caught him with the feint, and now went for the big-time shot. But again, Muhammad's able to get away from that, and he's getting fucked up for sure. Jeffrey looks like he's the better striker so far. Right hook from Muhammad there. Nice 4-punch combination from Jeffrey. Oh, and there's a head kick now. After the combination rocks him. Another big head kick coming, but Karaki, though, sees it coming, drops, and gets out of the way, and then he's able to regain composure. But another quick head kick, and again he's rocked. Oh, and a big overhand right. Will he be finished here? He will. Steve Mazzagatti ends it right before the end of the round, and what a huge win for Aaron Jeffrey, bouncing back. I mean, he's a tough son of a bitch. Good stand-up striking. Which is weird, because I thought we were going to see a little bit of a karate showing maybe potentially. Obviously, I thought he was going to be the better grappler, so maybe even try and take him down, but Muhammad just was on the defense from pretty much the word go. Aaron Jeffrey came in guns a-blazing, and he wants Mario Souza next. That's interesting. Interesting call-out. As Philip Rowe, the Fresh Prince, taking on the Bengal. KB Bilal, as here we go. Steve Mazzagatti are free. Here we go. As far as for Bilal, the bigger of the two. But yeah, 6'3", 6'4", some giant heavyweights, giant middleweights. Rowe comes in with a jab and a straight right. That's a little 1-2. Bilal, though, with a 1-2 as well. Jab at a right hand. Rowe's looking pretty good. Going for the takedown. Rowe taking the initiative. Hits the right hand. Another straight right that lands. Cut above the eye, too. Now here comes some leg kicks. Man, Philip Rowe laying it on. Jab at a right hand. Jab at a straight right. Jesus, Murphy. Left hand and a nice straight right hand. Off target with a jab. Hits the leg kick. Clean right hand. Look tentative. Lands a left hand and a straight right. Jab hits home. Caught him with a right hook. Walking him down now, manages to counter jab. Scissoring kicks to the legs forced exchange of strikes, counter left hands down, falls for the feint. Oh, Rowe again, a left and a straight right. I mean, these 1-2s have been fucking up KB. That is for sure. Missed the vicious right hand, so maybe potential counter. Nope, that's the end of the round. Yeah, obviously Philip Rowe won that one. And another upset in the, but I thought this was a lot closer than the minus 530 betting line here. As here we go, they comes in closer. Jab, right hand, jab, comes in with a quick flurry, does Rowe. 2 of the 3 punches miss the vicious right. He's looking really, really good though. But here comes KB though with a counter, countering the right hand with a nice left hand, trying to get a takedown. Went for the head kick, but missed it. If that head kick would have landed, that probably would have been it. Just a jab. He's getting outstruck for sure. KB is looking for his chance to get in close and grapple with him, but he's been getting fucked up. As I say that, though, he gets his takedown finally. So now, Rowe with a scramble already, but he's on his back again. So now, as far as KB's just trying to slow things down, maybe trying to get something going, but again, Rowe keeps on scrambling to get out of it. Oh, my lord. Very nasty slicing elbow to the head, and yeah, that is not good to get cut like that. KB probably won that round off of that, and yeah, the Cutman's going to try to stop that. Make sure this fight does not end off of a cut, especially with this third decisive round. Here comes the big straight right hand from Philip Rowe. A nice jab and a right hand again. Straight right hand. Reopens that cut. KB's able to grab him, though. Got him against the cage. Beautiful takedown. Tough break for Philip. Oh, and he got caught with a guillotine. Very, 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 very impressive to see KB come back from that. I thought he was done. Thought he was done after the first round. He comes back in the second. Caught him with that elbow, too, at the end of the round to bust him open. But here in that third round, to take that guillotine, tremendous stuff. Yeah, obviously, fight of the night so far. That was really, really good. And, yeah, KB gets his first win here in the UFC. Philip Rowe, unfortunately, now 8-4. As our main card. Finally, we're here on the main card. Is Nikita, the Minor Krylov, and Stefan the Don Dachewicki. As here we go, Herb Dean, our referee. Cage side judges, they touch gloves. Here we go. As a jab from the Don. Comes up short on the body kick, though. Kick to the body after the jabs land. Missed the jab, left hook to the body. From the Don. Leg kick from Krylov. Looks like Krylov's just going to go for those leg kicks and counter strikes. That seems to be his game plan, usually in these fights. Left jab, though, from the Don. And there's a left jab and a leg kick again. Some jabs. Oh, right cross lands hard. Yeah, the Don, he doesn't give a shit. Oh, caught him with the right hook off the counter. Yeah, I mean, Nikita Krylov's a pretty good counter striker. But if somebody is coming at him like this, like we're seeing, big time right cross, I mean, he might just finish him with one of these big time shots, knock him out cold with it. But so far, doing good with these leg kicks. Now the limping is noticeable now. 1-2 from Krylov. Yeah, I mean, he's looked good. Again, Stefan, he's going to have to drop him by the looks of it. He's getting countered. Oh, as I say that, though, Krylov's the one who gets countered here. Get caught with a quick left and a right cross. But yeah, the leg kicks have definitely been noticeable. He's slipping, though. Krylov's getting tired, so this is his chance maybe potentially. Oh, here comes a thumping kick to the thigh, though. Again, Krylov's counter-striking is very, very good. Wide of the mark, rather, the head kick, and now went for these, just these leg kicks have been taking a toll. Lands a nice straight right hand. Here comes another big-time right hand that lands hard. But Krylov is still working, but the Don's not stopping. He might not have any power left in those legs. And, I mean, Krylov is still landing these kicks. So there's a left kick to the body now. Missed the high kick, limping. Very, very noticeable. Now, 1-2 from the Don. And leg kick down after the jab. Very, very tired, though. Got him against the cage. Knee strike to the thigh. Knee to the stomach now. Quick elbow here. Oh, sharp snap now. Knee to inside his own thigh. Very, very close round. They're going to give it to the Don, and I actually agree with them on that one. I don't know what the fight metrics... Yeah. I figured he landed more, but I figured he also landed more power shots with actually 1-on-1 on power strikes. I thought he looked really good. We're all tied up here. Going into the final round. Oh, my Lord. Here he comes. The Don drops him. Could finish him here. He does. Unreal. Another fantastic fight, another great performance, another great comeback from Tefon here as he's rolling. Absolutely rolling. He is somebody that the 205 division is going to have to watch out for at this rate. He's got some power. For sure. And man, the people at Main Street Boxing and Muay Thai, they're busting their fucking ass off. By the looks of it, the way these guys have been working on this card, at least out of that gym, is the Hulk, Kutabala, taking on the Hammer, Olzerski, as we'll see how the Polish Hammer can do here as the Hulk from Moldova. Sambo versus kickboxing is going to be a fun one. Mark Art's referee. We've had some fun upsets tonight. Maybe we'll get another one here. Counter left hand from Kutabala, 1-2. Kutabala was equal to it, though. Jab doesn't have the reach for the right hook, as Kutabala's reach is pretty good, even though they're an inch difference. He's just a freak of nature, is the Hulk, and there's a right hook that lands. Only rocked him with it. Oh my lord, big right hand, and Kutabala might just end it here, and he does. What a finish. First round, first minute. Didn't expect that, honestly. Kutabala comes in, ends it quickly. Thanks so much to UFD Gym for helping prepare for the fight and sponsor for supporting it financially as well. Just a great win. As now, Dakota Harry Bush and the Irish Dragon, Paul Felder, as we take a swig for the working man. Herb Dean's the referee. Alright, now the whole lot happening as now, though, Bush comes in with a counter. Or actually, Felder comes in with the counter, rather, excuse me, as he hits 2 jabs, followed by a spinning back kick that's wide of the mark, though. Oh, nice right cross that lands from Felder. He's missing all his body shots, but Felder is definitely making him punish, or making him pay, rather, with these shots. Here comes a takedown, though. Excellent outside leg trip. Knee bar. That'd been crazy. Dakota Bush with his arm bar, though. He's going for these submissions. Come on now. Oh, he got him. Oh, my. Dakota Harry Bush, how about that? 15-4. Poor Paul Felder. We probably should have given him a tougher, or an easier can, rather, instead of somebody that's a plus 120 underdog. Dakota Bush, yeah, especially training with Glover Teixeira, he's going to be a problem. For sure. Our co-main event. Man, this main card has flown by. TJ Dillashaw and Ronnie the Heat Lawrence. Mark Odds, referee, cage side judges. Here we go. Can the man who's been on a fucking warpath and Ronnie Lawrence beat the former champ? And TJ Dillashaw, he lands a beauty of a straight right after the jab. Missed the vicious right hand. Ronnie Lawrence still moving. Quick punches here, 4 of them. 2 of them landing, but the leg kick doesn't follow up, though. Look at the grapple Dillashaw. Yeah, that's not a good idea. And Dillashaw's not going to get taken down that easy. He also gets out of that, too. This is, listen, Lawrence is trying to clinch up with Dillashaw. I just don't see it happening in a big way, because he's just going to get out of it. Sure, there we go. Now Dillashaw shoots. I was going to say, we'll see how he does with a takedown, but Ryan Lawrence is able to hang in there, but he's pushed against the cage. And, not the greatest of rounds. They're going to give it to Ronnie Lawrence. Yeah, I get it. It's only, 5-3 on strikes. He at least landed the power shot, but, Dillashaw, anytime he would at least get put up against the cage, he'd get right out of it. He got him against the cage there. Maybe we just didn't see enough once he got him up against the cage, since it was like a minute of doing nothing. But here we go. 5-punch flurry from Dillashaw. Fails to land any damage. My God, now he's switching to southpaws. Ronnie Lawrence here comes in with a jab and a straight right, though, from Dillashaw, so probably shouldn't have switched. By the looks of it, Dillashaw, that'll counter right hand from Lawrence. Oh, now Lawrence is able to counter strike a little bit. Low kick here from Dillashaw. Lawrence is able to trip him. Wow, pounds away. Let's see what Ronnie Lawrence can do here. Gets pulled in close here. Takes a couple of punches from the side of the head. And yeah, probably 2 rounds to none for Ronnie Lawrence. Very crazy that he might 30-27 TJ Dillashaw here, but counter left hand from Lawrence, 1-2. Lawrence again equal to it. Oh, here comes a counter. Good right hand. Right cross lands hard. Ronnie Lawrence is just an absolute demon. Dillashaw's now getting wrestled up against the cage by Ronnie Lawrence. I did not expect that at all. Dillashaw finally gets out of it, but it's too late. He's just... Oh, no, now he's actually got control of the grapple. Now I got him against the ropes. Or got him against the ropes. I'm thinking of ONE FC. He's got him against the cage here. Maybe trying to take him down. Oh, nope. Lawrence takes back control. And now they're back into the cage. And again, Dillashaw gets out of it. Gets caught. Does Dillashaw with the right hand. 30-27 for Ronnie Lawrence. Incredible. I mean, yeah, I mean he didn't finish him. So at least the old man champ, the California champ can say that. At least he finished TJ Dillashaw, but Ronnie Lawrence is looking real good. He's such a big bantamweight at 5'8", and he was throwing around TJ Dillashaw pretty easily. And yeah, trains the American Top Team, all of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, famous supporters as well. As our main event, Alistair Overeem, Anthony Rumble Johnson. Boy, oh boy, Mazzagati's referee. Yeah, I mean, Rumble's even looking bigger than Overeem. That's insane. Insane. Oh my, good counter here. Missed the right hook. He went for it though already, did Rumble. He knows that one shot can end it, and there we go. Jabbing a right hand from Overeem. Great right hook from Rumble. Jabbing a leg kick from Overeem. Good right hand from Johnson. Looks like we're seeing a 1-2 from Overeem. Yeah, there's a jab and a right hand. But whereas Johnson's looking for that big-time shot, but he's going to get countered again by these 1-2s. Overeem's reach, just a little too much. Now he's landing the leg kick, but if Rumble can land these big-time shots like he has been, it can be a fight ender. He's got the power to do it, that's for sure. Left jab misses the right hook. Does Johnson. Nails the right crosses Overeem now. Johnson comes in with a counter, quick left hook. My God, doesn't find the mark on the right hook, but lands the jab. There's a jab and a right cross from Overeem. Oh, and Johnson's hurt. Oh my Lord, a big head kick. He's down, but he's not out, but now he's out. Oh my. Well, the Demolition Man does exactly that. Demolishes Anthony Rumble Johnson. What a head kick to drop him, and what a win. I mean, he might get 50 wins if he keeps it going. What a fight, though. And what a card. That main card was really, really good. Really, the only bad fight was I wouldn't even say it was bad. Just Charlie Lewis Perry was trying to... I would say probably the worst fight tonight was that opening fight, which is kind of crazy to think about. Because it wasn't bad. It was just... Ian Garrett's just, just showing that he's levels better than Beza. But my God. That Devon's win was great. Kutabala looked great tonight. Dakota Bush beating a ranked Paul Felder like that. He was great. And increased the popularity in a lot of places as well. I mean, we got to give a performance on Ronnie Lawrence. He looked tremendous. Give one to Bush. Give one to Kutabala, obviously, to Devon. Gotta give one to Jose Alberto Quinones. He's great tonight. Same thing for Jeffrey. And good card. Good card. Yeah, we lost money, but fuck it. Those guys deserved it. Overeem made over $500,000. Good shit. A lot of guys making over $100,000. They deserved it. Boy, Krill made $300. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But that'll do it, though, for episode 91. Thank you all for watching as we end out January next for our next episode. And my God, though, I mean, Ronnie Lawrence, what can you say? I mean, he's probably going to be the next bantamweight champ the way he's running through guys like he has been. But we haven't seen him in 5 rounds, though. That might be something we would like to do, have him main event a fight night, which he was actually supposed to. The original fight with him and Thomas Almeida, that was supposed to be a 5-round fight, if memory serves me correct, in Brazil. Actually, no, that was the Fight Island show. That was going to be on this show. But now, things have obviously changed. And beating Dillashaw, though, in 3 rounds, still impressive. Didn't even lose a round, even to that point. The second round was close, but goddamn, impressive nonetheless. And we'll see how he does in the future. As we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.